From the Beaver County Auto Studios, it's a Penguins Quickie here on Pittsburgh Sports Live and Pittsburgh Hockey Now. Hi, I'm Dan Kingerski. Let's take a look at the Penguins' defense situation because after this bye week and the All-Star break, we're going to have a little bit, a little bit confusing. Da-da-da-da-da. Till the one day when the lady... Anyway, get you some, nephew. The Penguins will have 9 healthy defensemen. Dumoulin, Riikola, Schultz, Pettersson, Letang, and Johnson, Maatta, Ruedel, and Oleksiak. Now, there is one thing that we can all agree on that will be the bedrock constant. That is, here is your number one pairing, Dumoulin, Letang. Let's set that aside and forget about it. But here is where the drama comes in. Here's where Jim Rutherford comes in. Because when Justin Schultz returns, he'll take that second pairing right side. We've got him there. The Penguins began the season with Jack Johnson on that left side, and he played there through much of training camp. I think the Penguins want to see that pairing. It certainly had some good chemistry and good communication that was improving throughout preseason. When the season actually began, Johnson had a couple rough games. Look, you toss into the full system. Johnson was not Chris Letang out of the gate. But nevertheless, I think that's what the Penguins would default to because the decision becomes Maatta or Oleksiak. It was Olli Maatta on the trade block earlier this season. Sources told Pittsburgh Hockey Now that the Penguins were open to dealing Maatta. And that was kind of the first movement on the trade front as the Penguins were struggling back in later October, or actually I guess after the West Coast road trip. So this would have been mid-November that we had published that story. Maatta was kind of the first name floated by the Penguins. But look, Maatta has been a lot better recently, and let's work backwards on this. If the Penguins were to keep Olli Maatta, this becomes your third pairing. That's been a pretty good pairing. The advanced stats are not great. Look, Maatta, Riikola, 45% Corsi, 43% scoring chance ratio. Not ideal, no. But they've been tossed in oftentimes as a second pairing. And I'll try to make some other excuses for them. The eye test from everybody says that that's been a pretty good pairing. Those two have been much better together, especially Riikola, than apart. That's a solid third pairing there, Maatta and Riikola. So that really does, all the latest scuttle has been that it's probably Jamie Oleksiak, who is the defenseman, the odd man out. Jim Rutherford even said it, that I'll probably have to deal defenseman. That's a situation we'll probably have to deal with. However, the words didn't need to be parsed. The sentiment was quite clear. So that gets us back to this. Johnson's staying. The Penguins aren't dealing Jack Johnson for a myriad of reasons. Johnson is perhaps their second primary penalty killer. He just signed a 5-year contract. Generally, you don't deal a guy in the first 6 months of a 5-year contract. So it really is Oleksiak and Maatta. That would make Marcus Pettersson the 7th defenseman. Now, Marcus Pettersson, the strengths of his game, I think, wowed us all when he first arrived from Anaheim. They really did. I think we were all surprised how quickly he fit. Now, Pittsburgh Hockey Now, a little pat on my back. You'll forgive me just a little bit. We did the full video breakdown of Pettersson in Anaheim before he played his first Penguins game, and we noticed those pillowy, soft first passes, tape to tape, and off went the forwards. That really was the case with the Penguins, though the Penguin system is a bit more chaotic, a lot more improvising in Pittsburgh than there is in Anaheim. So that diminished Pettersson's first pass just a little bit as he learns the system, gets comfortable, etc. Now, as the last couple months have ticked off, we've started to see a couple of the rough patches of Pettersson's game, especially the last couple weeks or so. He can be beat on the edges. The faster forwards can get that shoulder around Pettersson, get the hips swinging around and get towards the net on Pettersson. And I haven't necessarily liked how strong he's been or how strong he's not been. I think he could up that a little bit here in the second half of the season. But seventh defenseman in that situation with Johnson, Schultz, Maatta, Riikola, that's a pretty stout defense. If they were to deal, if they were to deal Olli Maatta, as we said, a couple months ago is what everyone thought would happen, this becomes your third pairing. Pettersson takes that left side. Riikola and Oleksiak probably shuffle back and forth on the right side, much like they're doing right now. And that's why I've created that. So that's my take on the situation. Do me a favor. Subscribe. Click those enable notifications. We finally cleared 1,000 subscribers here on Pittsburgh Sports Live. Thank you so much for your help in doing that. If you haven't subscribed, click that little button there and enable notifications. You'll get the notifications for the weekly live Penguins chat, which we'll do one on Wednesday, all the locker room content and the interviews that we do as well. Plus, if you'd like, you can get a notification for the other playlists, Pitt, Steelers Talk. It's all here on Pittsburgh Sports Live. I'm Dan Kingerski. Thank you so much. We'll do this again real soon. Until then, kids, have fun.